Hey guys, I'm Jeremy. I'm a grateful believer, and I'm glad that I get to be here today. And I wrote this because I knew that I would be kind of choking up some, so here goes. When I was a teenager, I worked with my dad starting at around the age of 12. And I was 15 years old when my dad told me that this summer I was going to be a helper from a guy that he just hired from Porterdale. Now, Tony would always argue this point because he would say that he was from Covington, but you would literally have to drive from Covington through Porterdale to get to his house. So, my dad and him, that was a big joke of them two. So we immediately became friends. I was a 15-year-old know-it-all, and he was a know-it-all himself, just 5 years older than me. I spent the next 3 summers working and learning from him and my dad, solely doing plumbing for new Waffle Houses all over the state of Georgia. Matter of fact, if you've been in a Waffle House around here or in the state of Georgia, there's a good chance that he installed the toilet or the sink that you use when you went to the bathroom. Especially if it was leaking or rocking. No, but seriously, he was a great mentor to me. I probably learned more plumbing from him than I actually did my dad. He learned from my dad, and I learned from him. And now I get to watch part of Tony's legacy with Chris, because I get to work with him on a daily basis. Going back to the beginning, though, more than plumbing, I also learned from Tony what it meant to have a true friend. The next few years of my life, I spent 10 foot tall and bulletproof. In and out of jail, fired by my dad a handful of times. Each time I came back to work as the same guy's helper, our friend Tony. Always happy that I was back. We were back. See, we were the super crew for my dad's company. And we made sure everyone else that worked there knew it. And Tony, he was also prone to getting fired by my dad as well for things that he would get himself into. He once flipped a company truck on his way to a party and got fired. When he came back to work, he said, "Dude, you never know how dirty your truck is until you flip it upside down." Not to throw any shade Tony's way, but before he met Jennifer, he had a little bit of a wild side. But he stayed loyal to my dad. He loved him, and my dad loved him back. I worked alongside him for the better part of the next 10 years, and there was never, ever, not even the first time, a single bit of judgment that he ever gave me. And I finally grew up. I had kids of my own, and he was there at the hospital to meet all of them as they arrived into this world. When I went through my divorce, him and Jennifer opened up their home to me for about 6 months until I got on my feet. And when I started my business, he was there to give me a helping hand as well. I could go on and on with stories of the past, but the most important story is the future. See, Tony was a believer. His mama was going to make sure of that. But I didn't see him make it inside a church until Jennifer got involved. Thank you, Jennifer, for that. Then he started going regularly and even attending Celebrate Recovery and started work on those character defects that were trying to keep him from Jesus. Jesus wasn't having any of that, though. He whipped him into shape, and I know without a shadow of a doubt, he's up there watching us today, barefooted, right beside Jesus, saying, "I'll see y'all soon." So as we leave here today, let's remember him, barefooted, short-wearing, servant child of God that he decided to be right up until his last breath. Love you, bro, and I will see you soon.